Okay, video update time. I know it's been a while. What have I done since the last posting? Well, got the exhaust system completely installed and hooked up. Both sides all ready to go. So, really anxious to start it up to hear it, see what it sounds like. Anyway, so I got that. I got my dual belt, dual groove pulley set up for the alternator. I still need to fabricate an adjusting arm for the top of it. But I got if you can see there, I got some light. Yeah, I built a bracket for the alternator. It looks kind of discolored from just because it's discolored. Yeah, anyway. So there's that. The radiator. So what I've decided on the radiator, I have to keep this shell. It's just sitting there. I have to keep this shell because it's a structural part of the front end. So I'm going to end up cutting out the insides of the old radiator and mounting something inside the shell. And I want to keep this top tank in place just for looks and clean it all up. And it's brass underneath, or brass, copper, whatever it is underneath. I want to clean that all up and polish it because I've always liked that look of the polished brass radiator tanks. So I'm gonna do that, and I have my air cleaner just sitting on there. Okay, so tonight, between last night and tonight, I finally got the firewall all welded in. That's just from I was trying to take care of a little bit of an oil can issue there. So, heat it up with a torch and spray water on it, and shrinks the metal. And there goes the oil can problem. So I still need to grind all the welds, and after I get them all ground, then I'm going to fill the seams with, what is it? The short strand fiberglass body filler resin stuff. Fill the seams with that, and then just skim coat it all with body filler, sand it all smooth, and make it look nice and prime it, and that'll be ready to go. Still have to weld in the toe boards, but I'll do that from the inside of the car. And speaking of the inside of the car, I've been working on the rear body panels. This piece, because I had to have this curve just because of the original center support that I used, so I had to maintain that curve. This was actually part of the original fuel tank, and it's strong enough metal, and it had the right curve, and it already had the rolled beads for strengthening, and that worked out just fine. These pieces right here are, because that's where, when you climb into the back seat, that's going to take most of the support, or when you step on it, that needs to be strongest. And what that is are these pieces, which are reinforcing ribs from the roof of that Chevy Astrovan that I got all that sheet metal out of, which same thing as that. So those worked out fine. So I'm gonna do that one right there. Do this one across right there, just like that, and then use the other piece of the gas tank, the other side of it, right there, and then the floor will pretty much be done, except for these side sections. And of course, I still need to put in the kick boards or toe boards, whatever you want to call them. So there we are, and I have been working on it. I've just had a lot of other vehicle failures going on that I had to deal with. And of course, a transportation vehicle is far more important than a hobby restoration. And that's that. All right. So my next step is going to be getting this radiator situation squared away, getting the alternator, the adjustment arm, getting that taken care of. And of course, I still need to finish the brakes. But it's all getting there, just a little bit at a time. All right. So again, if you like what you see, like, share, subscribe, comment. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So have a good night, and we'll talk to you later. All right.